Speaker. And I too rise to support the Leader of Opposition Business in opposing this week's government business program. And I will first deal with the three bills that are on the government business program, and to come back to some comments made by the member for Tarneet that the state taxation bill does not introduce or increase taxes, along with the 63 that have already been introduced or increased. Wanting to have a respectful debate would also denote that one should be factual whilst having those debates. And when we talk about the pet tax, for example, pets, and I got quite a response to a little Instagram post about how our pets are quite often the best source of mental health support that we can have at times, particularly in the regions. So increasing pet registrations during a cost of living crisis certainly doesn't help that case. And if it's not going to, that's the cost to councils, mind you, and if councils don't pass on that, then it's just another cost-shifting exercise to local government that, again, can ill afford that. So, and let's not forget the car park tax. So, again, if we want to keep debate respectful, then we need to be factual in that debate. So there are increased taxes and extensions in that bill. The consumer legislation amendment, of course, is the portable bond scheme, and when I was a renter, that would have been very, very helpful, and hopefully that will also help out landlords as well, because we know during a housing crisis, Speaker, that we need to incentivise those housing providers, we call them now, because the term landlords has apparently been demonised. So that is the best way we know to solve a housing crisis, not set unrealistic targets. The Transport Legislation Amendment Bill also gives an opportunity for members, including myself, to talk about public transport, or the lack thereof, particularly in Mildura. And I think I've brought up no less than about 12 times in this place during my term, Speaker, about the lack of public transport in the Mildura electorate and the lack of a passenger train that we will continue to work on. So to have three bills, as well as the very important debate and consideration in detail of the voluntary assisting dying amendments, I'm hoping that those on this side get a chance to talk about those other bills that are on the government business program, to talk about those, because I know that my colleagues that sit beside me are very, very passionate about all of the issues that are going on within those topics, particularly the State Taxation Amendment Bill, in their own electorates, having been talking to people within the community. We will be, of course, sitting late tonight to debate and contribute on the VAD Amendment Bill. And as has been stated by the speakers before me, Speaker, this is something that will draw on lived experience and personal experience by a lot of members in this place. And oftentimes people will say that in this place perhaps we should separate emotion from our role in this place. I disagree, respectfully disagree. I think having lived experience is the best place to contribute from in this place. Those of us, the member for Morwell, Shepparton and Euroa, of course, have done an extensive amount of stakeholder engagement and personal engagement on this subject, and having never sat through consideration in detail during this term, I think it's something that will be, although the debate will be quite impactful, it will be something that I think we're all sort of looking forward to working through over the course of the next couple of days. So, although we oppose the government business program because it we probably won't get a huge amount of time for all of those speakers. And as we can see from our government business program, the Nationals, of course, have got a long list of speakers on all of the bills and parts of business during this week. I just hope we get an opportunity to each make meaningful contributions this week, Speaker.